Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile. This is episode number 59. Nice. And I've got morning voice. I'm going to try to get through this episode. My daughter's awake, but she's playing in her room. So I'm going to see how long we can last until she comes out. Anyways, a lot has happened since the last episode. I've done a lot of off-camera farming, and I leveled up. I'm level 96 now. So ended up what happening was I was just farming normal, and then I got to a point where just kind of playing the game normally, I got to like 50% XP and said, oh, I need to take it easy. So I went delving and did kind of safe delves. I've actually got some stuff about delve to talk about. And then I was just farming. When I ran out of sulfite, I was just running T14 maps. Lightly modded T14 maps until I got the level up, which I did last night. It was awesome. And I'm still back up to 26%, so that's pretty cool. My philosophy is play normally until I get up to about 50% of a level up naturally, and then start kind of taking it easy because the level up is possible. So I did come over here and grab this notable skill. Astonishing Affliction should increase my damage output quite a bit, and I feel like it has. I still can't like reliably do my POB to see like what my actual DPS number is, because I feel like it's more than what it says, but what do I know? I'm just a chef. So I don't expect to be able to get cold conduction or even this small jewel socket, but you never know. You never know. I would need 2 skills to get over here, but I don't think this is... Anyway, what else did I do? I spent 15 divine on a new wand. So this was a huge upgrade for me. So pretty happy about that. I realized there's really no point in me saving divine orbs to try to get like a min-maxed version of this gem here. Just because they're either not on the market or it's friggin', 70 divine. And if I'm up to 70, like I might as well just keep saving and get a mage blood or something. Let's see, what else? I bought some new gear for my mercenary. Nothing crazy, but I gave her a new chest piece, which is pretty good. She didn't really need much, so I gave her some life, and then I hit it with some eldritch currency to give her more evasion and cold damage, and I got her a new helmet. So her elemental weakness curse should have an increased effect, which I have here. Curse enemies with elemental weakness on hit. Hopefully that counts. And chance to suppress spell damage and just sort of survivability stuff. She probably could use some other new stuff, but I don't feel like spending a lot of time on it. And she's been surviving, so I don't know what else to do for her. But anyway, let me check my notes. Leveled up, new divine. We do have 2 instances. I haven't talked about Delve a lot, but I have 2 instances of the Crystal King in Delve, like pretty much right next to each other. So I'm tempted to go try it. Since we haven't done any Delve, we might have to. Another thing I just did this like 10 minutes ago is I did make my 3rd Atlas tree, and it's something I've never done before, but I've spec'd into. We're gonna experiment with Blight. So I have this Blight. This is so inefficient of a tree, but I just kind of was going off vibes to fill it out. So I've got this Blight wheel here. I've got all the adjacent map chances. I don't necessarily need chance to spawn Blight because I can just use a Scarab to do it. But yeah, I've got this one here. This is going to give us potentially better rewards, and potential to open chests again. I've got this wheel here. I'm not going to go over here to Cassia's Pride because I like being able to do damage to the enemies in case I panic and don't place down towers. And then this wheel here gives us the monsters take more damage, but the pump has more durability, has more life. Same thing here, more loot, chance to get blighted maps. I haven't talked about blighted maps, but they're maps that are just Blight encounters, and they last 5 minutes. And I'm not doing Blight spawn because I don't want one lane of only bosses. I want to try to get my feet wet first in the strategy. I did chance to get Elder and Shaper Guardian maps and some memory maps. And then I had a ton of extra points, so I said let's go Legion as well. So I've got some Legion here, Legion here, and Legion down here. Again, I don't need chance to spawn Legion because I can use a Scarab for it. And then my other one here, I made some changes. So I took out the nodes for Calgar. So this one I had filled out, and I had some other ones around. I also got rid of some Scarab chance because I can buy them. But this is still Temples and Delve. But I'm also going into Harvest. So I was doing some Harvest last night, and I was like, oh man, this is actually turning out pretty good. So I have this wheel here. I've got these here, which the monsters give more experience and a chance to contain more. And then we're going to start doing crop rotation, which requires a whole explanation on its own, but this is pretty much where the money comes from. So yeah, I think I only need this wheel. This will get us less purple plants. And then crop rotation. I think this is the best way to do it. Okay. So that's the main changes to the account since last episode. Ooh, still have morning frogginess. So I'm going to go down to Delve. I've also made a few divine in shipping stuff. Goodness, sorry about that. Alright, so we are here. I've got a fully maxed out bar. Now, I haven't talked about Delve. I don't think I've talked at all about Delve. Which, shame on me, because I really do like it. But it requires some, I don't know, it's good to I like delving to get away from mapping. It's a change of pace. But basically, I think maybe I touched on it like a long time ago. But basically, you get this map, and it's a seemingly endless dungeon, essentially. And you go down, and then each node of these uses sulfite and grants you these reward types at the end, and there's just fighting along the way. And the reason why I really like Delve for leveling, like when I get to a safe spot, is like these are monster level 83. You can see in the bottom left there are modifiers to the monsters, kind of like, you know, just map modifiers. But yeah, I can come up here and farm easier levels instead of, you know, continuing to go down. I have this kind of like self goal to try to hit 250 depth, which I feel like I'm pretty close. What's my lowest point? I think right here, 247. So I'm going to hit 250, and then I might see if I can push, I don't know if I can push 500, but I'd like to try, depending on how the build goes. There are builds specifically made for Delve. I saw a video that was like, you need really like armor. Survivability is king in Delve, because some of the monsters can be really, really scary. But inside the Delve, you can find cool things like, let's see if I can find them really quick. There are these Vol cities, and these can be pretty big. Like this one looks like it's only 2 nodes. There might be another one over here. It is in the darkness. But these will have different rewards. Usually you get a lot of currency. You can get a lot of bubblegum currency here, wisdom scrolls, town scrolls, uh, alterations, chaos sometimes, maps, usually some pretty good stuff. There's another Vol City. We've got here Primeval Ruins. It's kind of the same thing, just different reward. I think it's a different reward base. And then there's also an abyssal like city area. I don't. Oh, there's another boss. I think Abyssal City. I already did these nodes, but it's another. It's the same thing where you go down and there's monsters and rewards. So there are 3 bosses in Delve, and each of these colored areas are different biomes, and the bosses can only spawn in certain biomes, and it's all RNG. So this is the Lich, widely considered useless. We're not going to fight him because his rewards are garbage. I don't know the second one, the second boss, but I know the third one is all the Crystal King, AUL, and I found 2 of them pretty much right next to each other. This is, for me, this is unheard of. And he has a chance to chop a ring. I think it's a ring that can have pretty good modifiers on it. It's random. But let's give it a try. I haven't fought all in a long time. So this is the modifiers here. They have a 50% chance to avoid elemental elements, which is kind of not great for my build because I rely on elemental elements, but what are you going to do? Monsters have onslaught. Monsters hinder on hit with spells, so try not to get hit, chef. This one looks like it's going to be easier. Monsters gain an endurance charge on hit. So let me see how this one goes. And it could be horrible. Who knows? Get my thing. Fun fact: I was doing a map earlier today because I needed to get some gold to try out something for this episode, and so I just ran into a map and was just fighting, and it was an easy map. I barely, I did easy mods on it. It was a nothing map. And then I was like, why is the boss not dying? I forgot to put on my Righteous Fire. Alright, so let's give this a try. We're going to go into this portal, and I think this is the boss. You need to make sure you have flares. Not so much dynamite, but definitely flares. Oh, that's right. He's got these crystals. And you want to stay away from them. Let's see if I can remember how in the world to do this. You ready? There we go. Yeah, I think you want to stay away from the crystals. He's moving a lot. Can you please stop moving so much? Alright, so now he's protected. I think he's going to shoot. There's beams. I haven't done... Oh, wow. Yes, he's shooting beams. Oh. I took a lot of damage there. Right, he's got elemental weakness, which is good. See if we can get Trinity. Trinity, please? Trinity when? There's Trinity. I don't want him to be close. Oh. See how that crystal was growing? I think something bad happens if you get hit or stand too close to the crystal. Don't let these things hit you like it just hit me. It pushes you back too. Oh, get out of the beam! Oh, wow. Oh, he got me. I think okay, I can still try it again. Let me try this bottom one here. This one should be easier. Because I should be able to do more damage. But again, I'll say I haven't fought him in probably a year. So it's a shame that I'm going to probably lose all of my XP, but I'm pretty much resigned to the fact that I'm not going to level up again. So you can see the Glacial Cascade just doing work in the small corridors here. Stay close to your crawler. If you get too far ahead of it, it will catch up. But it won't mustard, so you gotta be careful. Dad jokes. Alright, let's just go in and see how it goes. So I think there's a challenge achievement or something if you can like kill him without the crystals on the side opening up. He's getting too close to me. I'm not doing optimal damage. There we go. That's a good distance right there. Okay, so now he's going to do his thing. I'm just going to keep running in a circle. Ooh, wow, that hurt. Oh, I think I opened up one of the crystals on the side. It's shooting out projectiles. Stop getting so close to me, dude. I need distance. The good news is if I can get him at the right distance, I'm doing some decent damage. Okay. Good, we avoided that. Melting him down little by little here. It's not really melting if it's little by little, huh? Stop it. I think we've already done more damage to him this time than last time. Alright, so is this the one where he shoots out the laser beam? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, okay. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Oh my gosh, that was close. Okay, stay. Okay, stay. No, 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 no. Dead. I don't know how best to avoid that. I don't know best how to avoid that. That is a problem. All right, I'm going to read up. I'm not going to attempt him anymore today. That's something that I want to read on and see if I can figure it out and actually make the attempt successful. Okay, so since we're going to be going into Blight, there's a few things that you can do. So you can anoint. We already talked about anointing your amulet. This one has high voltage. You can anoint your rings, and I recommend just going to PoE Wiki and searching for anoints that you want to do, and it's completely up to you which ones you want to do. There's dozens of them, and they make towers more powerful, they can make the range better, they can make all sorts of things. So I'm going to take this ring here, and I'm going to put on Verdant and Opalescent. This Opalescent is like 29 Divine, but this makes it so my meteor towers drop an additional meteor, so I'm going to anoint that. And then this ring, I'm going to do a black one and a silver. This black one's another like 40 chaos. Did I say divine for the other one? I meant chaos. And this gives my empowering towers more damage. Not my empowering towers, like it grants the towers that they empower more damage. So we'll anoint that. Okay, and now I have to resummon literally everything. Let me do that. We need to go zoop, like that and like that. And we need to do you. And we need to do fire. And we need to do this guy. Today would be nice. Today would be nice. There we go. Okay, that's everybody back and my AG, I suppose. Okay. You can also, I don't know if I can easily find, or it's just, they're just called Blight Ravaged maps. I don't know if I have any, or if it would show up in a search? It should. I would expect it to. Like, what if I just search for maze? I know for sure maze is a map. Okay, that does show up. Okay. So I don't have any of the maps that I'm thinking of. But anyway, you can sometimes find Blight Ravaged maps which will just have Blight on them. And again, I think I mentioned before, it lasts for 5 minutes. So I realized too late that doing Blight and Legion together in the same tree, probably not the best idea, because they require or prefer different layouts for a map. So Legion likes having big open spaces to spawn all of the crystals. Blight likes to have narrow passageways, doorways, choke points, stuff like that. And I put them together, so that's great. Let's see, monster variety. I don't really care about any of that, but let's just go ahead and do it. Oh, I don't have my scarabs, Jeff. All right, so let's look for Blight. So we want to force a Blight, and we can do many more waves of enemies. Let's just try with these two first. Yeah, let's just do a double here. I've already done Maven Influence. Also, I have an invite to do Searing Exarch and an invite to do Eater of Worlds again. I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in it, but I'm just going to do Eater because I've already got some progress here. And I did test a Palace map. Palace has a good layout. It's like a palace. There's lots of doors and stuff. Oh, interact to repair. Pernicious Construct, Obsidian Stalker Sentinel. Duration 50 seconds. Empowers 85 enemies. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that just did. Oh, here I go again. I didn't put on my Righteous Fire. There's Sister Cassia up there. Did I do something? Oh, I can deploy. I see. I see. It gives me a sentinel that I can use and modify. Whatever those modifiers said, I can do it. So like if I, and it says F2, so if I go here, hit F2. Oh shoot, here we go. I bet probably want to pick this when you have a lot of monsters available. Okay. Also got my first tier 17 map today. That was pretty exciting. I don't know if I'll be able to run it. I'll have to roll it a few times. Oh my gosh, this was terrible. I'll definitely do the T17 on camera because I've never actually completed one on my own. We have a beach. Scarab of Risk. Those actually go for pretty decent cash. I'm not mad about that. And I find them to be pretty common. Which is kind of funny. Like they go, but I think people use a lot of them. That's why they're worth so much, even though they're relatively common. People use 2 or more of them on a map to like really juice it up. Super risky. It's a very high risk, high reward situation because you can make what was a well-rolled map into something completely unplayable. Like for any build, and you don't know until you load the map. Alright, so we're gonna jump in to this Blight after I clear out these guys, and let's give this a try. So ideally, the path goes through this doorway, and it does. So this is great. It goes through 2 doorways. This is a long one. And we've got 5 different nodes here. So, wow, all the way down here. but I know it's going to branch out along the way, and it's about to start. So I'm going to put an empowering tower here and my fireball tower here. I'm going to go ahead and make this my meteor tower. So we drop more meteors. Okay, and we have a new node right there. So what I want to do is, hold on, I want to put a chilling tower there. So these icons are for the different immunities. So a chilling tower won't work on monsters that come from this node. Okay, my kids are pretty much coming to life. So I need to finish this encounter. So I think what I'm going to do is mute my microphone, finish this encounter, and do voiceover later if I remember. Otherwise, enjoy the content, and I'll end the episode right after I finish the Blight. Alright, getting right back into the action here. The game does start to not like everything that's happening, but I'm going through and updating some of these towers and just trying to manually do damage. You can see that, or you might be able to tell, this is the post live recording voiceover. So I'm trying to determine what I want to do for that lightning tower, but I've got this doorway here that I can always use as a choke point. So I'm trying to put some towers around that door so that you know, the monsters have to go through there. That's an empowering tower that gives surrounding towers in the area more damage, better viability. And this is where my game froze. I did not wait for it to see if it would clear up on its own or if I could run away and kind of let things go. So my game did crash. So I had to rush out and come right back in, and now I'm running back to where the Blight was, because the Blight doesn't stop. The fun don't pop. The fun don't stop until you pop, or something like that. So they're starting to get, and they killed the Ichor Pump because I crashed out. I literally crashed out. Tell my kids their father crashed out. So lackluster rewards, but still pretty good for gold. And just kind of like meh everywhere else because of one of the nodes on the tree. I don't get normal loot chests, but look at all that loot that dropped. It's crazy. I get these salvaged hordes from the towers that I built. If depending on the level of tower that you build, depends on the tier of salvaged horde, of salvaged chest that you get to do. And then based on other stuff on the tree, the loot gets condensed into one big treasure box at the end. And the size of the box and the size of the loot explosion is determinant from the amount of mobs that you kill during the Blight. So I think the reward, like the actual value from Blight, really comes from doing the Blight and getting that big chest and hoping it lands on one of like a currency or something that is going to actually bring value and not just be maps, which maps is good too, but I am admittedly a little nervous. I did have a pop while I was off screen farming of blighted maps. I've got like 10 or 12 blighted maps. I'm nervous now because they're 5 minutes long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear them without my PC taking a dump. So I'm going to give one a try off camera and see how it goes before I determine to do them on camera. So here I just want to finish the boss. You don't have to. Well, I don't have to. I didn't have to. But I wanted to see, you know, I've got chance to get specialized maps from the bosses, so I want to make sure I clear the boss. And that's what I did. So I'm going to end the episode here. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm going to do some more off-screen testing and see how it goes. We might not be doing very much Blight, but I've never given it a try, so I wanted to do it now. I want to thank you again for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe, like button, all that stuff. And I will see you next time.